Hi everybody, this is Dana, and I've been promising everybody about this Lush deal, so I wanted to do it in a separate video. So I'm posting my last video, and then I'm going to bed. Anyway, I thought about this. My brother gave me some canning jars the other day, and I was thinking, what can I use these for? And I thought, well, I'm going to do something for Christmas. And then I thought, you know what? I have so much Lush, and I had a whole bunch of broken up Lush for I make Lush cocktails and dump them in the tub. We have a huge soaker tub. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to dump them in a jar like they do with cookie batter. You know how they layer cookie batter? They put flour, brown sugar, all the dry ingredients, and then you add the wet. You dump them into a bowl, then you add like the eggs and the milk. I thought, well, why don't I try that with the Lush? So when I do Lush cocktails, I add massage bars to it too, and it makes the bath just so soft. My husband got in once with me, and he's like, oh my gosh, my skin is so soft. So this is what I came up with. Now, mind you, I don't have Christmas fabric yet because it's way too early, to cover the lid with fabric and stuff. So I just had to make something up with paper, just to kind of, as an example. This is not what I would give away, but this is just like so what I called it was a bath in a jar. So what I did was, this is it right here. I put a little bow on it. Of course, I would change it because at Christmas I'd have fabric. So this is just an example. So I took a wand, a magic, one of those wands. This one's cracked. I would never give one away like that. It's cracked. So I broke the handle off so it isn't so long. And then to cover the tape up, I put it on the top. So I would affix it on the top so they could have bubbles too. Extra bubbles, and then it says a bath in a jar on the tag. I would change that too. Of course, I'd have Christmas fabric over it. It's not, you can't get Christmas fabric anywhere right now. And then, so I put a pop in the bath here, and then there's soap cut up here inside, so you'd have your soap. And then there's a massage bar. It's the Love Potion massage bar. And then there's the pink, the hot pink bubble bar that's called, oh gosh, I'm so tired. It's a date. So I put that in. I didn't fill it to the top because I'm going to put a little, like a Baskin and Robbins spoon. In case they don't want to use the whole jar, they can spoon it out. Because this stuff bubbles so good that if you pour it under a quickly running faucet, you could have several baths. And then I put on the back a little baggie to wash your hair. Isn't that cute? So I have tons of these to cut up. I can't remember what this one's called, but it smells awesome. This is a sample they sent me, but I have a ton of these to wash your hair with. So I hung that from the back of the jar. But isn't that cute? A bath in a jar. So, I just put Christmas paper because I'm a scrapbooker, but I just put Christmas paper on the side and a bow for now with a little label. But there's all the stuff in the jar. Isn't it cute? So yeah, you can wash your hair with this. And then it's got the soap, and then I'm putting the wand on the top. So I thought that would be really cute. So I'm going to do up a bunch of these and to get rid of some of my Lush. And but I'll do them better, because I'll have more Christmas supplies in a couple months or a month or so. But my mom has some Christmas fabric. I called her and I said, I need some fabric. And she's like, well, yeah, I'll get it to you. But anyway, so I just made this up for now. And I put a bath in a jar. I thought that was cute, so that's what I did. So there it is. And then you turn it to the side, you can see all the Lush and the soap cut up. So there it is. Now I'm a soap hoarder, so this is soap from a different, excuse me, my cold's coming back. I can't freaking believe it. Excuse me. Anyway, soap from, this isn't soap from Lush, but it's just something that I had cut up, but I'm using it as an example. So I just attached this little baggie so you can wash your hair while you're in the tub. So it like includes everything. You got the bubbles, and then you've got, you know, you've got the massage bars in there. If the water's really hot, they absorb, but you have to wash your tub. That's the only bad part, because you get wax, a ring of wax around your tub. But anyway, so there it is, a bath in a jar. I just think it's darling. So I'm going to make up a bunch of these out of all my different products. I have the ruby red slippers, a few of those. I'm going to do the red ones in stripes like that, and butterball, and do it in red white stripes like a candy cane, and then put some red products on top. So I think that'll be darling. But anyway, it's called Bath in a Jar. And then I'll attach a hair thing to the back. That's probably good for one or two baths. So there it is, guys. Isn't that cute? I am so ingenious, aren't I? I should be some kind of marketer, huh? Or go into comedy, I don't know. Anyway, excuse me. I have no Kleenex. I better go soon. And then tomorrow I'm going to post a couple videos. I have a whole bunch of ideas, tons of Christmas ideas. I'm a scrapper, so I do cards. I got tons of cards to show you guys and show you how to make them. I have my Lush box here. Here's one of my tins. The Billy Bonkers. I'm just going to refill it with the same products. And there, I got the gift. And then I made some cowboy cookies. I'm going to show you guys those. That's what I called them. They're really cute. I need to get Kleenex, so I got to end this video and go to bed. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you think that's cute. The Christmas one will be much better. I just had to improvise with things, you know, because they don't have Christmas fabric out yet and stuff. So, but it's kind of an example, just layering, you know, like making a bath cocktail. And then I just included the hair thing and the wand on top, so it would look cuter with Christmas fabric over it and tie it in a bow. And then I just put a tag. A bath in a jar. So I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. See you later, Neil Slides.